Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. That is the edition for multitaskers. In other words, you don't have to be tied to a screen at the whole tarot spread. You can check it from time to time, but you can be busy doing other things. I do that often. I am watching, listening to something on the screen. And geez, I want to make myself a sandwich, or I want to go get a cup of coffee, or I want to whatever. I can still hear the presentation, and I don't miss a thing. In fact, one of the other things I like about audio versions of virtually anything is the fact that it exercises your imagination. You got a picture in front of you, or pictures moving or otherwise. You tend not to use your imagination so much. Your imagination is one of your greatest gifts. It's one of the reasons I'm kind of becoming a fan of this audio version of the Tao Manifesting Tarot. So thank you for joining me. Let's get to it, huh? As we always do, top row, right in the middle, Oracle card. Time for a nap. Time for a nap. What does that mean? Well, when I first saw that, I thought, okay, what, are you going to take a break? And in a manner of speaking, I'm kind of getting the feeling as I'm laying out all the cards here that may be true. But remember, a nap is not the same thing as laying down to go to sleep. When you go to sleep, you kind of take yourself out of commission to the world going on around you, and you kind of go into your own world. Taking a nap is kind of a mini version of that, kind of taking a break. And I am feeling that is what is being called for in your life in some area. You need to kind of step back. Again, don't take yourself out of the action entirely, but just step back. It's that stepping back, it's that taking a nap that will make all the difference in the world. Maybe because you disengage on a certain level. Maybe because you're not quite as involved as you are at this moment. Something about the action of taking a nap, stepping back, not putting yourself out of commission, just stepping back, I think is going to be essential. And of course, you see on the card, or can barely see, there's a moon. Looks like, a pretty handsome moon at that. We got, of course, right now, full moon going on, but there are also eclipses coming up in the near future. So I think this is a time when just stepping back will give you a big picture. You got to make magic. And I think the stepping back will help you. Let's go way to the left. We got the Magician. Magician, very, very powerful card. Really good juju. Because the Magician realizes his potential, his power, his purpose. Very resourceful, right? And because he's doing magic, very determined. Fascinating stuff. That's really what you are right now, and I think that's the reason why you need to step back. I suspect you already have that feeling of just kind of backing away a little bit, just to give you that big picture. Follow that feeling. You can perform magic. Next card over, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles very simply talks about teamwork, but it also talks about learning new skills, about studying, competence. Again, to me, this goes back to the idea of stepping back, of taking a nap, and just kind of seeing the 3D world around you in a different way. That will give you a clue. That will give you some learning feature that will have a tremendous amount of impact on you. So at this point, it looks like you need to step back a little bit. You got magic to perform. You're fully capable of doing it. There's no question about it, right? You have the power. You have the purpose. And doing the Three of Pentacles thing will give you the opportunity to learn something new. It's not going to be big or dramatic, but I think it's going to be significant. Let's skip over the Oracle card. We're on the right side now, upper. The Hermit. Love the Hermit. Love the Hermit. Because, again, this reinforces the time to nap, the time to step back. Yeah. The Hermit, solitude, introspection, seeking understanding, having inner guidance. Again, it's really kind of interesting because as I'm going through all of this, I'm seeing little motions, little moves, taking a nap, just stepping back a little bit. You got the Three of Pentacles, just looking at the possibility of learning something new. The Hermit, seeking something new. And of course the Magician, using the power to take in all this information. It's just doing this little thing will have a profound effect. Proof, next card. Upper right. Tower. Tower is not always something to be dreaded, although we do feel uncomfortable with change most often. Sometimes even when it's good change, it's like getting that job or that promotion or that gift or that person or whatever. Yeah, geez, you've wanted them, you've wanted it, you get it, and you go, what do I do with it? So the Tower card in this situation, I don't think is anything bad. I think it's a realization, it's understanding, wow, I get it. It's like a light bulb. And if you're open to the idea of stepping back, of taking a nap, all the other stuff is going to fall into place magically, just like the Magician says. And I think that's really where the magic is. Just in the act of stepping back, it's all going to open up to you. Bottom row, far left, Six of Pentacles. It's reciprocity. You give as good as you get. There's a fairness, a balance. Okay? It really is a question of giving as well as taking in equal measure. So that's kind of a guiding principle for you. Pentacles, of course, are things that you value. You're valuing fairness, balance. You haven't had that. But that's what you're seeking. That's what you're going after. And the card right next to it is another Six of Swords. You see the big full moon on the card? And the gal is in a boat. She's got her 6 swords next to her. 6 swords are 6 things that you think, that you believe. And at the full moon, 6 of Swords, she's leaving, going to calmer waters. And I think with the taking a nap, time for a nap idea, it all kind of opens up to you. And you have these 2 sixes right next to one another, bottom row. 6s are motion, 6s are movement, 6s are balance. You want to make sure that you have reciprocity in your life, okay? It's fair. And with that idea, you move on. Skip over the middle card. We'll get to that in a minute. On the right side, 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles are the dance of change. Alrighty, so there's something coming up here. You know that you need to make an adjustment. Right now you're juggling with your life. But you know you have to make a change. You got to make a decision. And the only way that you're going to make a real good decision is if you step back, if you take a nap. Again, don't take yourself out of the game. Just step back. That one little act will make all these other cards fall into place. And the far right, we have the Three of Wands. 3 of Wands is looking into the future, pursuing the unknown. That's why you have to take a nap. That will... See, if you went to sleep, you might miss the whole situation. You have to be kind of in the middle. Not really quite awake, not really quite asleep. That's almost a meditative phase, right? I think that's where you need to be, so that you can see your future more clearly. You can see your potential more clearly. 3 of Wands. And I think maybe, too, that's where the idea of taking a nap is really kind of focused. It's on blending your mind, body, spirit. And that's why you have to be in that kind of almost hypnotic state. Like I said, a nap is not sleeping. A nap is kind of putting you in between actually sleeping and actually wide awake. You're right in the middle there. And that middle is critical in terms of you being able to make up your mind, make a decision, see something more clearly. So, let's take a look at the middle card. This is the vice versa card. And this is the card of justice. You want fairness. You want balance. You want truth. But it's in reverse. Doesn't mean you're not going to get it. What the reverse and vice versa means, especially in a manifesting reading, it means you're thinking on it. You're working on it. It is something that is occupying your mind, maybe your spirit. You haven't done anything yet, but that's where you're going. You want to go with the idea of justice in your life, of fairness, reciprocity. But to do that, you have to be in this kind of meditative state. Take a nap. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Very clear. I love it. So that is the Tarot Manifesting Read for today, the audio edition. Be back tomorrow with, I think, our weekend feature, the Tao Trifecta. Again, just another version of the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Hope you're there with me. If not, between now and the next time you and I have a chance to do a little bit of tarot stuff together, and I look forward to it every time. I do. Peace and blessings.